Lapland, or should we call it Sápmi, is the name given to a vast area in northern Europe, stretching over 4 countries, from Norway to Russia, passing through Sweden and Finland. Located up north from the Arctic Circle, Sápmi is the cultural region traditionally inhabited by an indigenous group called the Sámi. As we wanted to learn more about this mysterious and wondrous part of the world, we travelled from Rovaniemi to Ivalo, 300 kilometres up north, to stay with Jessika Lampi, a folk musician and music teacher, who introduced us to the area.
This was called Welcome to Koppelo.
After a warm welcoming in the village of Koppelo, we were pleasantly surprised to find out that our host, Jessika, had organised a series of happenings for us during our stay. Following a nice long day of rest, we drove together to Inari, where we participated in a Finnish Runo-laul singing workshop organised by Jan Zenkoira.
In Finland, there is a strong tradition of oral poetry based on a book called Kalevala. The Kalevala is a 19th century work of epic poetry compiled by Elias Lönnrot from both Karelian and Finnish oral folklore and mythology. Elias Lönnrot's work was instrumental in the development of the Finnish national identity that ultimately led to Finland's independence from Russia in 1917. The stories in the Kalevala stem from an oral tradition in which singing and music was an integral part.
Because that melody we learned in an Estonian singing workshop.
By getting in contact with our teacher Taive Viiding, we discovered that the song in question is actually a Runo-laul from a region called Ingria, located in present-day Russia. It is not quite clear as to when and how the Runo-laul songs emerged, but it is closely related to the prosodic structure of the language, mainly its syllable lengths and stresses. This version that we learned during the traditional singing course was recorded in 1906 from a young lady called Nasto Savanstein-Stutal, who was 20 years old then. The song, with a special rhythm, was sung by young women during betrothal or on the eve of the wedding when they came together at the bride's home.
This triggered our curiosity to learn more about the musical roots of the area and what kind of music is found locally in the Sámi culture. There are about 6,000 Sámis left in this part of Finland today, divided into 3 language groups: Northern Sámi, Inari Sámi and Skolt Sámi. Ivalo Primary School has a special Sámi classroom where Marit Nitivuopio, a Northern Sámi teacher, invited us to take part in some morning activities around the Sámi culture. To our great surprise, Marit and the children had prepared some songs for us. From the 17th century, the attempt to Christianize the Sámi went hand in hand with the king's attempt to conquer the areas in the north. When religion was used as a forcible means, many Sámi groups were punished for practicing their own religion and speaking their own languages.
There are people who has very bad memories and it was forbidden, you were punished. You had to go to the corner and stand there if you spoke Sámi.
Numerous holy places were desecrated and drums burnt. Despite the repression, some continued to practice their own ceremonies in secret, enabling the traditions and languages to survive. In traditional Sámi music, so-called joiks are the most characteristic song type, known to be highly spiritual with few or no lyrics, no rhyme, and no definite structure.
And the yoik is always you yoik about somebody. And when you yoik about somebody, the yoik belongs to him or her. And you can yoik the lake, you can yoik the river, or you can yoik anything in the nature. And you can yoik people.
So it's a kind of improvisation, or like what the river gives you as a feeling,
yes,
and then you sing about that.
Yeah.
During our stay in northern Finnish Lapland, we were lucky to share some beautiful moments with our host Jessika Lampi, who told us about her story winning the Sámi Music Grand Prix in 2014.
We started playing together in 2013, and the idea was just that we want to play. And we started doing these covers in Inari Sámi and Finnish, and we were using a lot of school instruments and then some of our national instruments as well. Then Heli just said in 2014 that, hey, there's this song contest, maybe we should try out. And in a week we did a song. Heli had already in mind some of the start of the song. And then we finished it in a week and we sent it, and then we found out that, oh, we got to the finals, which we were not expecting. So then we traveled to Kautokeino, to Norway, to compete in Sámi Grand Prix, which is the song contest for all the Sámi minority languages, or Sámi languages, which there are 9 altogether. And then we got there, and we spent a week there in the beautiful Kautokeino with a terrific band, and then we won. Wow. Because Heli is Inari Sámi. Okay. We originally started with singing also in Finnish, and we are still doing some songs in Finnish. But now our program is of course more Inari Sámi, since we won the Sámi Grand Prix in 2014, so that has led us more to the direction of Inari Sámi singing. 400 in the whole world. Okay. So it's a very small group, language group. There are smaller groups, and there are all the time Sámi languages also that go extinct. The smallest one inside Finnish borders is the Skolt-Sámi, which is a few tens less speakers. So maybe somewhere around 350. Of course, the numbers change nowadays, luckily all the time, because they are really trying to revive and develop the Sámi languages.
On our last day in Ivalo, we accompanied Jessika to her work in 2 different retirement homes, where she was conducting intergenerational music sessions. We made a little presentation about our project and shared a few of our songs, some old ones in French, and some learned very recently with Jessika in Finnish.
again. Today bright Phoebus, she smiled down on me for the very first time. For the very first time she smiled on me. Today bright Phoebus, she smiled down on me for the very first time. For the very first time she smiled on me. No more clouds, no more rain. Gone the clouds, she smiles again. Today bright Phoebus, she smiled down on me for the very first time. For the very first time she smiled on me. Today bright Phoebus, she smiled down on me for the very first time. For the very first time she smiled on me. She smiled on me. She smiled on me.